Welcome to A1 Personnel of Houston. We are a family-owned and operated private staffing agency in business since 1992. As of today, you are an employee of A1 Personnel and you will be working for us. New hire orientation is a brief review of our employee policies and procedures. Please pay close attention to this presentation because I will review the policies that are most important and will likely affect you. It is your responsibility to review the complete new hire materials at home tonight. If you have any questions during the orientation or at home afterward, please ask us. First, I'll review important policies within the A1 Personnel of Houston Employee Handbook. After that, I will go over other policies in your packet. I will review the timesheets and payroll procedures and the job assignment details form. Once this presentation has concluded, you will sign the new hire materials and an electronic copy will be sent to you. The Employee Handbook. We are A1 Personnel of Houston, a staffing agency. We provide staff for the City of Houston and Harris County. We are not an entity of the city nor the county. You are our employee, not an employee of our clients, the City of Houston nor Harris County. A1 Personnel is an at-will employer. Either employee or employer may terminate employment at any time for any reason. Company policies. We are an equal opportunity employer. A1 Personnel does not discriminate against any person with regard to characteristics such as age, race, sex, religion, handicap, etc. The substance alcohol abuse policy is very important to your safety as well as the safety of your coworkers. Pre-employment drug screening is the first part of it, and you may have taken a pre-employment drug test. Each and every employee is subject to the random drug testing policy at any time. If selected, an employee's refusal to submit is considered voluntary termination. Sexual harassment is always illegal and not tolerated by our company. The complete legal definition is included in your handbook. If someone's behavior toward you is inappropriate or you observe something inappropriate, please report it to us. Confidentiality. We keep all employee information strictly confidential. Under no circumstances will we reveal your personal information without your express written consent. If you need employment verification for any reason, your request must be in writing. This can be either a form from the requesting agency signed by you or a letter from you specifying the information to be released and to whom. The request should be mailed, faxed, or emailed. Please allow a minimum of 2 business days for these verifications to be returned. The confidentiality agreement also states that as a condition of your employment, you will maintain the confidentiality of A1 Personnel and our clients. Information that is generally not known to the public should not be discussed with anyone. Company rules. Office equipment and supplies, and phone internet usage. Please reserve for business purposes only client property such as computers, phones, fax machines, etc. Please use your own personal device for your own personal communication and only during lunch or break times. Do not use client devices for personal phone calls, emails, surfing the internet, etc. Safety. It is every employee's responsibility to take safety precautions when they work. Simple measures will go far, such as lifting with your legs, getting help with heavy or awkward objects, or covering your skin and drinking plenty of water when working outside. Please report work-related safety hazards and any on-the-job injuries immediately to us, A1 Personnel. If you are instructed by the client to do something that could compromise your safety, or are not given the equipment you need to perform your job in a safe manner, please notify us immediately. Attendance and punctuality. A great employee is someone who is reliable, who shows up to work every day, and on time, ready to work. If you are going to be late to work, need to take time off, or miss work entirely, please call our office as well as your work supervisor. This is to avoid a no-call, no-show, or abandoning your position. If no one knows where you are, you have abandoned your assignment. Please keep in mind that excessively absent is defined as more than one time in a 2-month period. Excessively tardy is defined as more than 2 times in a 1-month period. I review this because it's the #1 reason temps are released from their position prematurely. or why they're not hired by our clients. Employees who are excessively absent or excessively tardy may be subject to disciplinary action, up to and including termination. If you need to take planned time off, that's not a problem. Simply inform your work supervisor in writing, get their approval, and then forward a copy to us for our records. As long as you keep A1 personnel and your work supervisor informed, you will be fine. Job description. You will receive a copy of your job assignment details form telling you what your expected job description is. Unless your job assignment details specifically says that you have been cleared to drive on assignment, do not drive on assignment. If you are asked to drive a client vehicle or your own vehicle for business and you have not been cleared to drive, please don't drive. Call our office immediately and inform us of the situation. Every position either implicitly or explicitly has other duties as assigned. For example, if you are a data entry clerk and are asked to answer the phone, that's okay. But if you are a data entry clerk and are asked to work as a truck driver, this is not okay. If you are asked to work another position different from the one you were originally hired for, please call our office. Only A1 personnel can authorize a change in your assignment. Working unauthorized could mean that you will not be paid for the work that you are doing, or you could be terminated for failure to follow policy. Reporting changes. Please make sure that you keep your employee file up to date. Should you need to change your address, phone number, email address, payroll information, or other aspects of your record, you can do this in one of two ways. First, you can log into your employee profile through the online application and make the changes yourself. This is the best way because it takes effect immediately. The second way would be to send the changes to us in writing. We will make the requested changes to your file within 1 week. Payroll. Payroll is issued every week on Fridays. Employees may receive their payroll funds via direct deposit or our payroll debit card. If in the future you wish to change your payroll delivery method, you must submit a written request to the payroll department. If you did not bring in your bank information, you have 24 hours to submit the direct deposit authorization form or a voided check. Your bank can fax your information to us for you. Failure to provide the information will delay your paycheck. Make sure the information is typed, not handwritten. We cannot accept handwritten bank information nor a deposit ticket. In the event that you give us incorrect account information and your direct deposit is returned, you will be responsible for the $35 return check fee. We also require you to put the last 4 digits of your Social Security number on the form to ensure that it's loaded to the correct employee file. If you have decided to sign up for our payroll debit card, please understand that this card is issued by Chase Bank, and your weekly deposit will hit the card. You may then withdraw the funds at an ATM or swipe the card in stores. Please keep in mind that Chase does not inform us when they mail your debit card, so call the payroll department when you receive and activate your card, which is normally in 7 to 10 business days. For now, your first check will be a paper check, and you can pick it up from our office or we will mail it to the address on file. Timesheets. The week ending date for Harris County assignments is Friday. For City of Houston and most other clients, the week ending is Sunday. It is best to turn in your timesheet to our payroll department on the last day of your work week. Your payroll funds will hit your account on the following Friday. Please note, there is no held check. You need to work a full week, turn in a timesheet, we will process, and then you are paid the following Friday. It is not possible to pay you on the same day you complete your timesheet. You will receive your final check the week after your final work week. You will always receive your pay through direct deposit or the debit card, except in the event of an emergency or extraordinary circumstance that prevents us from completing the deposit. Sometimes your final check will be a paper check. We do this in case you need to sign your final timesheet or return a client badge or other property. Benefits. Vacations, holidays, and jury duty are unpaid. It's the nature of temporary work and fairly standard across the industry. A1 personnel carries workers' compensation insurance. In the event that you are injured while working, we have a 24-hour window in which to complete the injury report and turn it into the insurance company. No one should continue working if they have been injured. Even if you think your injury is minor and you're okay, you must report it. Report to your work supervisor, explain what happened, and inform them that you need to immediately report to A1 Personnel's office. Come to our office and we will take care of everything. We will then either release you back to work or to a medical provider for treatment. If the client tries to follow their own workers' compensation procedures, please call our office immediately. General information. Letter of resignation. If you are hired permanently by our client, by someone else, go back to school, move out of state, or something else happens that would sever our relationship, we ask that you provide us with a letter of resignation. We request 2 weeks' notice, or as much as possible. Your letter should state that you are resigning, your reason, the effective date, which is your last day worked, and you should physically sign it. It does not have to be hand-delivered. It can be faxed or emailed, but it must be signed. This concludes the section on the Employee Handbook. Texas Star Network. This packet is specific to the workers' compensation insurance. It is provided by our insurance company and here for your information. The attendance letter reiterates our attendance policy. If you are going to be late or miss work entirely, please call and leave a voicemail prior to your reporting time that includes your full name, where you are working, your supervisor's name and phone number, the reason for your absence, and when you think you'll return to work. You must also call your workplace supervisor and make sure you speak to someone, letting them know your situation. For a planned absence, we ask that you inform us of your plans with as much notice as possible. Please remember that you must get your supervisor's approval. This can be an email to your supervisor asking if you can have off on this day. They write back approved, and then you forward the email chain to us. Alternatively, you can write your request down on a piece of paper, ask your supervisor to sign off on it, and fax it to us. Timesheets. Now I'll go over the timesheet procedures in more detail. Our electronic timesheets are available on our website under Employee Resources. Click on the timesheet applicable to your assignment and download it to your desktop. Do not be tempted to print the timesheet and complete it manually. Manually calculated timesheets are always wrong. The timesheet is formatted to calculate your hours correctly. Within each timesheet document, you will find helpful instructions on the bottom that explain all the do's and don'ts to complete the timesheet. Your time should be entered in military time. So after 12 o'clock, the time should be input as 1300 hours, 1300 for 1 o'clock, 1400, 1500, and so on. And like military time, it converts the minutes to a number. For Harris County clients, you will see the timesheet shows to just put in your daily hours as is. The total calculation will be done for you. For City of Houston assignments, the client has certain rules regarding the timesheets, and these rules are on the bottom. Your time must be rounded by the quarter hour. So 15 minutes is input as 0.25, 30 minutes is input as 0.5, 45 minutes is input as 0.75. The hour, of course, is always input as 0.00. We only care about the quarter hours, so round up or round down as is appropriate. To give you a few examples, 8:05 should be rounded to 8 o'clock and entered as 8.00 for the start time. A time out of 5:15 should be converted to 17.25 for military time and decimals. Please be aware that if you work 6 or more hours, you are required to take a minimum of a 30-minute lunch. If you skip lunch for any reason, you must have a note from your City of Houston work supervisor stating that they knew that you skipped lunch, they approved it, and they must sign it. This must be sent in with the timesheet. City of Houston also requires that any overtime hours be initialed by the work supervisor in the designated box. Harris County clients do not allow overtime for temporary employees, but City of Houston does on a case-by-case basis. You should check your job assignment details, which will be given to you, to see if you have been approved to work overtime. It is your responsibility to make sure that you stay at or under 40 hours per week. Even if you are approved for overtime, do not work it without first receiving your supervisor's approval. All employees, please make sure that you are using the job title from your job assignment details form, which you will receive. The name on your timesheet should be your full legal name, not nicknames or other names you go by. Your cell phone number absolutely must be on the timesheet in case the payroll department has questions or needs you to correct your timesheet. Once you have entered all of the information for your work week, print your timesheet. You must sign and date, and your supervisor must also sign and date. Keep in mind that the date should always be your last day of the week worked or a day after that. So if you complete your timesheet early for some special reason, you should sign and date your timesheet on Friday's date if that was the last day of the week that you worked. Make sure your supervisor dates it correctly as well. We reserve the right to withhold your pay until the dates are corrected and initialed. At the end of your first week, ask your supervisor if they want to be responsible for sending in your timesheet or if they want you to be responsible. If they say they will send your timesheet, you must still make sure the payroll department gets it on time. If they ask you to send in your timesheet, the fax number and email address are always in the top left corner of the timesheet. It can be faxed or scanned and emailed. Email is highly preferred since we will respond to every email, but if you must fax it, please give us 45 minutes before calling to confirm that it has been received. If you don't get one of our staff's confirmation, do not expect to be paid. Our deadline for timesheets is Tuesday by 3 p.m., but sooner is better than later. Try to send them in Friday afternoon or Monday morning if possible. Certain clients have a designated procedure for all the temporary employee timesheets. I will go over the most common departments. The Harris County District Clerk's Office. Human Resources at the District Clerk's Office collects the timesheets. You will report to HR on your first day to be sworn in. While you are there, ask them who gets the timesheets, what's their deadline, how do they want them. They do not want you to send your timesheet in to us yourself. Harris County Toll Road Authority. You will badge in and out every day, and Hectra will generate a computer timesheet based on your logs. You will sign this every week, and then their HR department will send us all the timesheets. Harris County Tax Office. The Human Resources Department at the Tax Office collects the timesheets and sends them to us every week. Make sure you understand the procedure from your branch manager and the HR department downtown for filling out and signing your weekly timesheet. Every client is a little different. Some departments have their own way of completing timesheets. These instructions are general, but if your supervisor instructs you to submit your timesheet in a different way, then it is okay to do it that way. If you're not sure about something, please contact the payroll department. Now let's review the documents that you are required to sign. Job Assignment Details Form. This is the who, what, where, and when of your assignment. Here you will find your job description, when and where you are reporting, your work supervisor's name and phone number, and any instructions specific to your assignment. So make sure you read this document over carefully. By signing and dating your job details, you are agreeing to work this assignment as written, so please review all of the information. If you have any questions after reading the document, please let our staff know. If you are assigned to the City of Houston, you have a projected termination date on this form, and this date is very important to understand. This is a contractual date between us and the City of Houston. If your assignment has been extended past this date, you will receive an extension notice from our office 12 to 48 hours prior to this date by text and email. If your assignment has been terminated, you will receive a phone call, text, and email. If your assignment has been terminated, or if you have not received word of an extension, do not report past this date. This is your assignment's effective termination date. Call our office as soon as possible and we will sort it out, but even if your work supervisor calls you and tells you to come in, do not go. You are not authorized to work past this date unless you receive an extension notice from A1 personnel, and you may not be paid for any work you do without authorization. This document confirms receipt of all of the orientation materials. It says, A1 has provided me with the documents outlined above in which I can find detailed information regarding A1 personnel's policies. This document confirms receipt of the employee handbook. It says, by signing and dating below, I confirm I was clearly explained that I am an employee of A1 Personnel of Houston. As an employee of A1 Personnel, I agree to work various job assignments for various client companies of A1 Personnel of Houston. I agree to be an employee of A1 Personnel of Houston. The Sexual Harassment Policy and Substance and Alcohol Abuse Policy. These documents are the policies from the Employee Handbook. By signing and dating, you are agreeing to abide by these policies. Completion of assignment and availability policies. If your assignment terminates, you are still our employee and we would like to place you again. Send written notification within 24 hours of termination by fax or email and include your name, where you were assigned, and what your last day of work was. If you have worked for more than 6 months on assignment, you should include an updated resume. Check the job openings page on the website and let us know if there is anything that you are interested in. Report yourself available the following Monday and every Monday thereafter that you are actively seeking employment. You should report either through the dedicated voicemail line, which is 713-773-4239, or through the Report Available tab on our website. We highly prioritize the availability reporting through the website. If you do not want us to place you again, please provide a letter of resignation. Failure to follow the completion of assignment and availability policies may affect you in receiving certain benefits, including unemployment benefits. Wireless Communications Devices Policy. This policy deals with driving and electronic devices. It says, if I operate a client vehicle or my own vehicle on client business, I will not use a cell phone, hands-on or hands-off, or similar device while driving, whether for business or personal use. If I am given a client vehicle or device to use like a laptop or cell phone, I will not use it for my personal use. If I do, I will be charged for any use I incur. This means that if you are driving during work hours, you absolutely cannot use an electronic device while driving. Also, if you are given any kind of electronic device or a vehicle for business use, you should never use it for personal use. An A1 employee who violates this policy will be subject to disciplinary action up to and including termination. This policy may not apply to your current assignment because your job duties don't include driving. However, everyone signs the policy because it may apply to a future assignment. This document confirms receipt of the workers' compensation insurance packet. The fraudulent timesheets forgery policy states that any A1 personnel employee who submits a timesheet which includes hours which they have not worked or who forges the signature of the supervisor at the client company will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. A1 personnel may press charges against the A1 employee and report the employee's illegal action to the district attorney's office. Under Texas law, the employee may have to repay A1 personnel for any costs incurred by A1 and punitive damages. Payroll delivery options. Select either direct deposit or the debit card, based upon the way you prefer to receive your check. Then here, in the event of an emergency or extraordinary circumstance where we cannot process your direct deposit, indicate if you would like us to mail you a paper check or hold it in our office for pickup. Keep in mind that we are open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Here we ask for your email address, cell number, and carrier because each week we will send you a text message to confirm your pay has been processed, and we will send you your pay stub via email. You will usually receive these notifications on Wednesday, and this allows you advance notice of your pay amount. Also, if you don't receive these notifications, it should alert you to contact us right away to make sure we received your timesheet. Health insurance, dental, and vision insurance. Your new hire coordinator will present the insurance options to you. Insurance coverage is optional and you are not required to enroll. If you wish to waive the insurance today, you will sign a waiver. If you wish to enroll, you will fill out the enrollment form. Enrollments will be processed on the first of every month only. If you enroll in the insurance, your deduction will be a once monthly deduction from the first or second check of the month. If you change your mind about the insurance, you must notify us in writing before the enrollments take place. We cannot backdate a termination of coverage and give you a refund. If you are on assignment with the City of Houston and do not want the insurance or do not want to sign up for it today, the city requires that you complete a waiver. By signing the waiver, you are not giving up your right to sign up for insurance in the future. You are only saying that you are not prepared to sign up for it today. Complete only the middle portion of the waiver by printing your name here and signing here, then indicate the reason that you are waiving the insurance. Do not sign below this line. This concludes our new hire presentation. Feel free to ask the new hire coordinator if you have any questions while completing your signature documents. Once again, I would like to welcome you to A1 Personnel of Houston. We appreciate your hard work and wish you the best of luck on your assignment.